This week's Tyler Talks. I have a question from Michael. Michael from Ireland says, I just did a 2-day water fast and the effects are absolutely profound. I'm loving it. But the question is, how often should I fast? And that's a really good question. And to get into that, I could go into a whole discussion of anciently what Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Leonardo da Vinci, Pythagoras, and individuals like this, what kind of things that they did. There's also a lot of new information about fasting. There's a documentary just came out called Eat, Fast, and Live Longer. If you go online and simply look it up, Eat, Fast, and Live Longer, you can download it and watch it for free. Highly recommend it. A lot of new scientific research about how the brain literally grows. You become more intelligent. There's been recent studies done at the University of California, Berkeley, that show a 3-day fast will actually reset your entire immune system so that you're optimal. Now, I want to talk a little bit about theories of sickness. We go along everyday lives doing what we're doing, maybe breathing air that's not so good, maybe drinking drinks that aren't so good, potentially constantly putting foods in our body. And what's happening is our body is a system of different filters. Our lungs have filters, our nose has a filter in it through hairs and things. Our liver is a filter, essentially for all the drinks and things we're bringing into the body. Essentially everything in the body is being filtered through the liver, big filter. The kidneys are filters for the blood. So we have a series of filters, lymph nodes, these little nodes, and even the spleen are like big filters for our lymphatic system, which is the waste system. So imagine over time and distance, every day, eating foods, breathing certain things, drinking certain things, these filters potentially get clogged. And as these filters get clogged and the immune system gets bogged down with everything that it's dealing with, every once in a while, the body will put you out. All of a sudden, bang, I'm just hit. My body heats up. That heating process kicks in the immune system. It allows you to sweat out toxins. It triggers a response in us to not eat. So typically, if you get the flu, if you get some type of knocked out with sickness, you will naturally do 2 to 3 or even 4 days of a water fast if you're smart. If you're trying to force things in, it's really not the best thing to do, but you'll still have a very low calorie intake during this time, hopefully hydrating. So what's happening is, whenever you get sick, essentially your body's going through this massive purge. It's called a flue. Kind of like if you lit a fire inside a fireplace, you'd have to open the flue and let all the heat out. And that's what's happening. As our body heats up, the immune system travels 2 times faster per degree that it comes up in temperature. And a lot of things are happening to clean the body out and reset, really clean out the filters is what's happening. So what I'm getting at here is, should we just keep doing everything we're doing and let our body go through this natural process of getting really sick and going through pain and anguish and feeling like we're going to die to clean itself out? Or what if we actually supported this process of cleaning the filters periodically and therefore never had to get sick? And this is what I'm talking about. There are people like Tolman, people like myself and many others out there who literally don't get sick. It's been years and years and years since sickness has set in, flu and things of this nature. And I'm not saying you can't get sick. I'm just saying in general, it's not something that happens to some people. And I know that, as a populace, we've been trained to go get the flu shot, go get the immunity. And the statistics on what those things can actually do are pathetic. It's not even worth having the potential thimerosal, which is mercury and other types of things put into your body. What if we reset our immune system naturally and clean the filters so that we don't get sick? So I believe fasting is the way to go. Now, Eat Fast and Live Longer is talking about something called intermittent fasting, or IF, intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is a process of potentially once a week, 1 day a week for a 24-hour period, not eating anything, which 1 day a week, that really allows the body to catch up. It allows extra detoxification of the liver, the kidneys, getting rid of excess waste, really hydrating yourself for that 24-hour period, maybe even doing some internal cleansing with either a salt flush to really flush everything out and support that process, or even doing an enema and letting everything clean out. And potentially doing a series of things that support urination, perspiration, defecation, and respiration. So breathing exercises, skin cleaning, and things that, either high fiber or cleaning out the poo and drinking enough water to really clean everything out. So that 24-hour period can actually be done in a way that's very simple. I know a lot of people, they skip a meal, they're like, oh my God, hypoglycemic, I'm gonna die. And it'd be interesting if you actually follow through with that process and see what actually happens through the process of fasting. Now, I'm not recommending somebody that's diabetic or hypoglycemic just go and fast, but supported, you could potentially get over those issues, because with fasting, our body releases stem cells, it goes through all these other processes. Now I'm getting off track. Essentially, by doing a 24-hour fast once a week, we're keeping the filters clean. Even in the Bible, it says that God created the heavens and the earth and everything and rested on the seventh day. So what if it's also a correlation to the body of constantly going and moving and being and doing these things, and once a week just resting, giving the body time to rest, time to repair, time to clean out those filters. So here's what you do. To make it easy, you can wake up one morning, have breakfast, maybe have lunch just before noon, have something to eat, and then from noon, you go all that night, you miss dinner, you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, you miss breakfast, and you go all the way to noon the next day. That's a 24-hour period. So really all you're doing is missing dinner and breakfast. And you'll notice if you stay very hydrated, it's actually very simple to do, and you'll feel really good from that process. Now, some intermittent fasters say you should do it for 2 days. A lot of studies are being done with even doing small meals. So maybe having a meal at lunch, you do 2 days of fasting, but having like 500 calories, which could be a bunch of fruits put together with maybe some random little tidbits just to have a little something. They're still saying the results will come from even a 500 calorie meal each day. I would say just drink a lot of juices and go 2 days on a juice fast and see what happens, and you will feel fantastic. Now, for an ultimate cleanse, ultimate rebuild, resetting your hormones, clearing the cobweb, so to speak, and having clear consciousness, clarity, energy, strength, and all of this, I think it would be profound if you did 4 extended fasts per year. When I say extended fast, I mean 10 days. And you decide whether that's a juice fast or whether that's a water fast. And I think if you start to do like juice fast 10 days every 3 months, and if you follow the seasons, I think it'd be best. So we have 4 seasons. If you follow that and do a fast just at the beginning of each season, you'll really be optimal, cleansing everything out, cleansing all the plaque out of the digestive system. Then the new foods coming on are really inundated and assimilated in the way that they should. Building the immune system, building your body, giving your cells every part of the nutrition that it needs. So that would be essentially 40 days of fasting every single year. Now, when I said, intuitively check in, if you start a juice fast, especially if you're an experienced and seasoned faster, when you start a juice fast, sometimes you'll get in 2 or 3 days of really inundating yourself with juices. I recommend juice feasting, so having 2 to 3 liters of juices. We have recipes. So essentially, by doing this, you're going to be optimal. I believe if you do a fast 4 times a year for 10 days, you're going to be running super efficiently. The inspiration, the energy, everything that comes from this is absolutely fantastic. You're going to be loving it. And where I'm getting with this is essentially not going to experience sickness. So intermittent fasting, if you want to be optimal with it, I would recommend doing 10 days every 3 months and 1 day a week. And get inspired. Watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Watch Eat, Fast, and Live Longer. Read some of the articles that I put out there about fasting. And if you start to observe these things, and it could be an intuitive thing as well. If you feel like all of a sudden you just feel bogged down, food's not tasting as good as it used to, just go into a fast and see what happens. It really resets everything. It brings back an appreciation for fresh whole foods. It's brilliant. So when you're fasting, if you get in 2 or 3 days of inundating yourself with juices, sometimes you feel like, I'm just over the juice. That's your body telling you maybe it's time to do a water fast. So 3 or 4 days in, sometimes 5 or 6 days in, all of a sudden you're just kind of like, I don't feel like drinking juice, but I'm not really hungry. Then you start really drinking the water. Pure, clean water, getting out in the sun, doing breathing exercises, supporting these channels of elimination. And you may do 5 days on water, 3 days on water, 7 days on water. Really listen to your own intuition. And the signs of when your body's clean is you won't stink. Essentially, when we're going through our fast, all of a sudden you'll have, putrid smell coming out of your armpits, your tongue, and everything is like pouring out stuff. You taste heavy metals, you taste like poo basically. Yeah, and it's not the greatest experience. But when our body really has that time to detox, you'll hit a point where all of a sudden your tongue clears up, all of a sudden you don't smell anymore, and all of a sudden you get a hunger that comes back. And that's the body saying, look, we've purged, you're doing great, it's time to eat again. And I recommend breaking a fast with fresh, high water content fruits. If you do an extended water fast, it would be maybe juices first, maybe even cut with 50% water or coconut water, something of that nature. So I hope this video has given you some inspiration and a little bit of information on how often you should fast. And every single time, if you're feeling like the flu coming on or you're feeling like you're getting sick, just stop eating. Hippocrates said to eat while you're sick is to feed your sickness. So don't do it. And fasting is the greatest remedy. Even 24-hour fast can make a massive difference. So anytime you start a fast as well, if you plan on doing 5-10 days and you only make it one, even that one day is profound. So don't beat yourself up. Be happy that you've gone that long in fasting. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and share it, like it, get it out to the rest of the world, and start to experience it yourself and share the information about what's happening to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.